Hey everyone, this is Sin, and welcome back to my channel, Stampin' Munchkins. Today I have a clean and simple Valentine's card for you, and it also has a giveaway. This is a giveaway hop. It is for $25 gift certificate to the craft store of your choice. It's open to the US and international. The gift certificate is generously donated by Gale Thompson with the Darby Creek Diaries. All the details will be in my description box, so make sure you click and it'll tell you how to enter. Alright, let's get started. On the screen is the card we're making today with these cute little stud puffins. Everything will be listed, and here we go. Stud puffin stamp set from Fawn, Gina K Masking Magic, Fawn Conversation Heart Stencil, A2 size panel from Nina 80-pound Classic Crest Solar White, a top folding base from Accent 120-pound cardstock, 3 colors of Distress Oxide. Everything again will be listed below. Ink blending tool with the foam. Ignore the larger size heart, I'm only using the small one. And I Love You from the Fawn set, A2 layers die, Teflon bone folder, Score Buddy, and my Misty 2.0, VersaFine Clear in Nocturne, Memento Tuxedo Black for Copic coloring, and here's my Copic colors. Again, everything will be listed below. First, I'll be making a mask, the heart mask, for easy masking, and this is my mask of choice. It really is super thin and it handles ink really well. So I just cut the mask out from using the small heart, and I kind of make sure that it's centered, but it's not perfect, but I'm okay with that. And I make sure that I burnish it well so that it is on there really good. And I put frog tape on the back, and I'll put just the hearts. I'm not using the conversation part. This has 2 layers, but I'm just want the hearts. So I'm putting that on, and I'll be using my 3 pinks for the background, which is Spun Sugar, Worn Lipstick, and Picked Raspberry. So I'll go with the lightest to darkest, top to bottom, and just blending it on. I was going to use Bristol because I like blending on Bristol paper, but I don't like using Copics on Bristol, so that's why I chose the Nina 80-pound, because I love using the Nina for Copic coloring. And I'm just going back and forth. I wanted it to be very pronounced, so I am doing it heavy-handed, and I really like the way it came out. So once that's done, I will take the heart mask off, which you can see here. And if you kind of curl your cardstock, it will come off easier. And now I really didn't need this part. Oh, I'm drying it using my dual heat Wagner tool. And again, I didn't need this mask, but I'm just going to cut it down a little bit and put it on. And I'm putting it on because I thought I would be blending a little more so that the blend would stay inside, but I really didn't blend too much to it. And these cute little stud puffins fit within the heart, so there's really nothing that went over it. And I didn't like how it didn't look straight, so I'm just cutting off the excess so that I have a straight card size. For me, it was easier visually that it was straight on the corners. So now I'm using my Creative Corner L-shaped ruler to make sure it's straight, and using my Memento, which is my go-to for Copic coloring black, and I will show you my super simple Copic coloring, and I did go outside the lines and I don't even bother fixing it. So you will see all of that. I wanted a little snowbank that these cuties are standing on. So I used B0000 and B00 for the shadows. And just this helped that I had the heart stencil. So now I just take it off. And I'm using the T grays, which is like a toner gray. And I use T3 as my lightest, which is right here. And my T5 is my middle shade. And just bringing it out a little bit. And I'll go in with my darkest shade of T7 right here and closer to the edges. I forget his other arm, but I will come back and fix that later. So just keep going over and over, lightest to dark, and then going back down to the lightest. And I'll be using warm gray, W00 and W0 for the belly and the face. And here I'm doing the other arm because I forgot it. I was going to put eyelashes on the girl, which is the one on the right, but I didn't want to mess it up, so I'm not very confident with things like that. Oh, sorry for my head. So warm gray, again, lightest to dark, not too much shading. For the feet, I just used one orange, which was YR04. And then for the beak, I used YR02. And I put blush, rosy cheeks on both of them, which was R20. And now I wanted the solid heart, which also comes in the same stamp set. And I used the same Distress Oxide colors. And there's 3 of them, so I just did one each on each side. So I like them in 3s. So this turned out that there's 3 hearts for each of them. So cute. Now I'm using the 3rd largest A2 layer from Waffle Flower. Love this die set. And I'm just going to be cutting this out as I want a white border. I hope this is clean and simple enough for you. It's just a 1-layer card, and I just like how it turned out. So now I'll be scoring. This is 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2 for a top folding card. And I'll just glue that on straight. But I wanted a sentiment in the front, and I used I Love You from the I Love You Eucalyptus stamp set. And I'll be stamping that in VersaFine Clear, which is what I usually use for all my sentiments. And because it's very fine lined, just tap gently, and 1 time was enough. And I'm just gluing it down using my Lawn Fawn glue tube. And just putting it on with that little white border. And that's it. That's my card. Super simple. And I hope you enjoyed it. In the pictures at the end, in a little bit, you will see that I went outside the lines. I love you. I'll be giving this to my hubby. But here it is. I really think these are so cute. Easy coloring. Like I said, I did go outside the lines, but it's a handmade card. It's not perfect. As y'all know, my cards are never perfect. You can slightly see the heart shape. You could have seen it better if it was more of a solid blended background, but I like how subtle it is, and I love the gradation of the pinks. So I hope you enjoyed this clean and simple card. The next person in the hop is listed below, and here's another video that you might like in my card making playlist, which I hope you will click and watch. And as always, click on my face to subscribe. Thanks everyone. Aloha.